And welcome to 520 Sports Talk. We are here at Frog and Firkin, right in the middle of University Main Gate Square off the corner of Tyndall and University. We want to thank Garrett and Jody Ratesman for always laying out the red carpet for us here at Frog and Firkin. You are our lead sponsor for a reason. We love you. If you haven't been down here, tonight's unique because they've got a special menu going on for the ladies. And I know that you had the white fish, and there's just some different entrees on the menu tonight just for this show. So, if you happen to be in the area, we still have plenty of room. Come on down, check it out, and you can also order off the regular menu for Frog. They also have a wide variety and a selection of craft beers, IPAs, and different kinds of wines and spirits. So, thank you, Frog and Firkin. Another friend of Jody and Garrett is Heath Bolin, and he is the owner of Sparkle Cleaners. They have 11 locations. Sparkle Cleaners has been open since 1961, so a long, long time. They are now offering free home pickup and delivery for your laundry, for your dry cleaning. You do not even have to be home. They will set up arrangements with you. This is a new service they started a little while ago, a few months ago, and it's just taken off really, really rapidly. I know people's lives are busy, and sometimes you can't stay home and you don't have time to go to the dry cleaners, so let them pick that up for you, get it done professionally, and deliver it back, and I'm sure you'll be happy. So welcome aboard, Sparkle Cleaners. We're glad to have you as a sponsor in 520 Sports Talk. Vibe Energy Bar, this is our corporate sponsor. Vibe Energy Bar is like gangbusters, just coming on the scene. Everybody likes it. I haven't heard any downside to it. I like it. I haven't had time to write a testimonial, but I will get on that right away. Vibe Energy Bars. It is caffeine-free. It's infused with plant-based protein. It's sweetened with agave, so there's no bad things in there for you. It's much, much better than a Red Bull or a
I'm gonna try it.
yeah, or the Monster, because you won't get a heart attack from that. So Q over here is trying it. So you got an on.
So good.
That's right. So you got an on-stage customer testimonial here. Vibe Energy Bar. You're gonna like it if you guys are hooked on Red Bull and energy drinks and 5-hour energies. Those are so bad for you, and they're bad for your heart. They're bad for your kidneys. And definitely check out Vibe. It's not going to make you jittery. It's going to give you energy for up to 5 hours, correct? I know that I take it in the morning when I get up because I'm not really a person that pops out of bed and I've got a lot of energy. I just kind of need a boost, and Vibe Energy Bar definitely helps me. So Beth Ann Laus is here from Vibe Energy Bars. You've seen her before on our show. And Beth Ann, tell us what's going on with Vibe and maybe some new things.
Wonderful. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, 520. Wow, I'm so impressed with these ladies, and actually I can relate to what they are going through and are experiencing. I lost about 80 pounds over the last 4 years, too, so I can relate to the experience, and it's difficult, but it's a journey. So Vibe Energy Bar, our dark chocolate peanut butter is our flagship bar, and this is really what we have right now that's available to the consumer. But starting next month, we just ordered today our Calm Bar, which is going to be coming out and will help with PTSD and reducing anxiety. And so it is, it's delicious. That's going to be coming out. We're going to be offering that to our first responders, both LEOs and firefighters. We're going to be planning on doing an event here at the Frog on August 7th to help the firefighters in the future. And for raising money and for their foundation to help their families. And also, our bars are available in the community. So at La Mariposa, you can pick up bars there. You can go ahead and go to Agua Vida. There are bars there. And then 4th Avenue Food Conspiracy Co-op. They will be soon available there. You can go to our website, which is vibeinfusion.com. We just changed it. Vibeinfusion.com. You can go ahead to our website and order bars online. Tonight we're offering 3 bars for $10, and that's a smoking deal. And no tax, just hit me up here. I've got plenty with me. And I think that's it. And Brittany, so you were going to be...
Yes, I had it last week, and it was amazing. I definitely tried this last week, and it fit within my macros, and it gave me that boost. So definitely try it out. It's great.
It definitely works. So you got 4 people here that have all tried it out. Q's like he's the rookie, but he's got it. There we go. So definitely check it out because you're going to hear a lot more about Vibe By the end of 2019, it's probably going to be a household name. So we thank you very much for that, Beth Ann.
Thank you, Bill.
Wings Over Broadway, that's our East Side location for shows. We have the East Side schools, the Vale schools. We'll bring up Benson, Wilcox, some of the out-of-the-area schools there. This is the best hot wings in the town. Seriously, they're crispy from bite one till you finish that last wing. For not being a pizza place, they're a very, very good pizza. They've got a new street taco pizza. I tried it the other day. It's pretty good. I've never had a street taco pizza, but I really, really liked it. Also, they have a good variety of craft beer, domestic, and other drinks at Wings Over Broadway, southeast corner, Camino Seco and Broadway, kind of tucked in behind the McDonald's, so we thank them. Bianchi's Italian Food up in Marana at Thornydale and Tangerine, and also the other main location at Speedway and Silverbell, just adjacent to the Pima West campus. Great, great Italian food, been in business since 1975. Vince Bianchi is carrying on what his parents started, and you'll definitely want to go check out Bianchi's either location for your Italian food taste. Johnny Gibson's Downtown Market, I just booked a show there. Johnny Gibson's, we're going to have the 10U Tucson Youth Football Jaguars. The season's not started yet. They all did their registration drive. We're going to ask them about their off-season conditioning. So check out Johnny Gibson's Downtown Market in conjunction with Highwire Lounge. That's where we have our show Under the Stars in the back patio. Thank you very much for that. Micha's Mexican Food, we were there last night. We had 1,100 views before midnight last night. They're the Rio Rico girls. So the out-of-town girls, the small-town people, they know how to bring it. So 1,500 views right now. So thank you, Rio Rico. Good luck tonight versus Flagstaff. Kick some tail, come back, tell us about it. We want you to get that ring. So we will definitely have you back on the show. And don't go ahead and try Meech's down on South 4th Avenue across from the old Greyhound Park. We'll get the rest of the sponsors in a little while. So, ladies, how are you tonight? You guys will share that, Mike. So what we want to do here is we'll start with you. We'll go around this way, and just give us your name, maybe what you do, for what your job is, and what got you into this program.
My name is Angelique Alvarez, and I work at Geico, do photography on the side. And what got me to do the Sisterhood was just a change of lifestyle. It's hard kind of getting stuck, being lazy, and just getting up and getting out there. But once you start doing it, it does become a lifestyle, and it's something that your body actually fiends for, and you want more of it.
All right.
Hi, my name is Lindsay. I'm a social worker, and I joined the Sisterhood. This is my second time doing it. I did the Sisterhood last year, and it was just really good energy, really good being around a big group of girls, all working hard to get stronger and fitter and better. So I decided to do it again.
I was just going to ask you, what motivated you to do it again? That's a lot of hard work over those 4 months. What inspired you to do it again?
It makes a huge difference, working out on your own versus working out with a big group of women who are all working towards a similar goal. It gives you a lot more motivation to work harder and do better. So.
All right, and you?
Hello, my name is Jamie Brown, and I'm an insurance agent for Geico.
Okay.
I started doing the Sisterhood actually about a year ago when we did a smaller group for the sisters. We actually did a group of 11 girls, and it just completely transformed my life, from top to bottom. So I decided that I was going to do it again, and I've done it 2 times after that, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
So Brittany, give us a little bit of the foundation of the program, how it became what it is now, how people can join, and what is involved in it.
So, Bill, I'm going to pass this over to Q since he's the founder of it, and he'll go into all of that description.
Well, my name is Q Jefferson. I own SWAT Fitness, which is a gym on the north side of town, Ruth Roth and La Cholla. One day we just came up with the idea of the Sisterhood of the Shrinking Pants, and we were to call out 50 ladies and charge them $50 a pop. And it wasn't supposed to be this big. It was just supposed to be something cute, fun, and small. And then once it was successful, we did another one, and then we did another one, and then we did another one, and then we are here in 2019. This is our 5th one. The first one we gave away $1,000, and then this one we're going to give away $10,000. So we're definitely on the move, hoping to just grow the challenge every single year. The motive is to just empower women, let them know that they are strong, let them know that they can overcome pretty much any challenge we throw at them. That might be physical, that might be mental, something like that, to where these girls have to complete challenges every single week to be able to get points to win. So the objective here is to be able to burn as much body fat as possible, gain as much lean muscle mass as possible, and just transform your life inside and out and see if you can win $10,000. So that's what it's about.
Well, that's very, very, I mean, it's informative, but I mean, it's really, really something that you want to do. 10 grand is not, that's a chunk of change. So definitely something that is worth working for. But at the end of the day, the best thing that what's working for is getting your body back in shape, getting your lifestyle changed, as you said. That was great, and just doing what you need to do.
Jamie, tell me a little bit about your transformation. I did see it on Instagram, but I mean, it was really inspiring and relatable. So let the audience know what your transformation looked like.
Yeah.
Pre-Sisterhood.
Well, I started out just kind of basically living a college life, eating unhealthy, drinking whenever I felt like it, and my body showed that. So after getting some motivation from Q, I decided to change that, and I lost 30 pounds. I lost 10% body fat. I gained 2% muscle, and I just definitely leaned out, and it's helped me overall with my health, how I felt every day, and I dropped 13 pant sizes in 3 months. So
That just gave me shit.
yeah. I was just like getting, like every day I was like, well, why don't I fit in my clothes anymore? Like, it's great, but I'm like, well, I have to go shopping. Well, don't go shopping, because literally it's Sisterhood of my pants are shrinking. Help me. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Angel, I just heard some exciting news about the challenges of how you've progressed in the mile run. Tell us a little bit about, I guess we can say that one of the challenges was you had to complete a mile at your best time, and then another one was 2 weeks later we had to attempt it again and beat our time, and then the next week it was to run 3 miles. Tell me about that.
So, yeah, my mile is definitely not perfect at all. Like, to just get up and do that is not easy if you haven't done it before and if you're not used to it. So when it comes down to it, the first time that I did a mile, of course, not ashamed of it, 21 minutes. And yesterday, doing the 3-mile hike, it took me almost an hour to do 2 miles. So yesterday, it only took me an hour to do 3. So
Wow.
like, it's
That
cutting
is
it down
incredible.
so much, and that wasn't even running. That was just keeping a fast pace. So if I would have actually run, I would cut it down even more. But just it's a lot. It's very intimidating at first, but after I looked at my time, my husband was just like, "How long did we do to do 2 miles?" And I was just like, "That was an hour and 9 minutes." He's like, "How much was the 3 miles?" I was like, "An hour and 13." He was just like, "You cut so much time off, and you don't even." After a while, like once you start losing the weight, you can feel and know that your body is moving faster without carrying so much weight that you have on you. And it's becoming a lot more easier, but still a challenge at the same time, because it's more mental. Because now I know what my time is. Now I know what I need to be. Now I know what I need to do better.
Yeah.
So
That's so exciting.
So tell me this. I'm really interested in this. Is if the first time you ran the mile, you probably thought you were just going to like drop over. You were probably really, really tired, as well as anybody. I mean, that does it for the first time. How does it feel now to do 3 times as many as at the distance, and you've got a great time, or you've really cut down your time to something fantastic?
it's actually exciting. It's more of when I wake up and I know that I have to do a challenge, like what my outcome is going to be, what my time is going to be. And what helps me out more, yes, my husband, he does everything with me and he pushes me just as much, but I have 3 little ones and I take them with me. So not only am I doing it, I'm bringing them along with me so that way they can see it. And I'm actually adding the weight by pushing my girls in the stroller. So, and my girls are like, come on, Mom, you can do it, Mom, you're almost there. And it's just knowing that I'm setting an example for them rather than have them going down the road that I went. You know, I got really complacent, like, after I lost my grandfather. Like, he was my dad, he was my father figure, and I just stopped doing sports altogether. I was playing collegiate softball, and just losing him was a big part of me. And food became my best friend. Oh, it was my comfort food so much. Like, if I didn't want to talk to anybody, if I was depressed, food was there to help me out and I'd feel better. But not knowing how much damage it did to me now, on top of having 3 kids and carrying all that weight, I started feeling it in my ankles. I started feeling it in my knees. Like, my back started hurting. And now when I wake up in the morning, I have so much more energy. And it's exciting knowing that come Sunday at 8 o'clock, we'll get our new challenges and what I have to look for the week. And it's just motivating. You know, seeing the results, even though they are small to some, to me it's a lot. Because it's taken me so long to lose weight or to even get up to do something. Because I didn't have that motivation before. And a lot of people are just like, well, you know, spending $500, you know, you can't waste that money. And I was just like, it's not a waste, it's an investment that I took in myself, you know, in my family. So when it comes down to the mile, like I said, I just look forward to seeing what I can do to better myself.
You really can't put a price on health. I mean,
No,
it's priceless.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, what we teach people to do is we teach them to exercise and we teach them to eat healthy, right? With any of these ladies, we're not putting them on some type of crash diet where they're just going to lose 1 million pounds overnight, right? We started step by step. That's why she said we did a mile first. We worked up to 2 miles. We worked up to 3 miles. This is all a process, right? By the end of this thing, she's going to be looking at you guys saying, I just completed 10 miles today, right? When it took so long for the first one, right? So when you start to talk about like a price tag, there's nothing that can compare to like getting to the top of Sabino Canyon, right?
Yeah.
Feeling the fresh air, being able to express yourself at the top and know that you got there when you used to just go into the dark and just eat like a pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is different. It's so much better up there amongst people that think the same as you, right? Than just in a quiet corner with just
By
you.
yourself, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't put a price tag on that. Like you said, it's just impossible. They're lucky it's $449.
Lindsay, I have a question for you. So you're a vet. You've done it a couple times now. What would you say to ladies who may be nervous about joining the sisterhood or, you know, just starting that process of reaching out to Q?
I think a big part of it is asking questions. So use the sisters. You know, if you notice someone who you're like, hey, I want to be like her, I want to do better like her, talk to her. Ask her questions. What are you doing? How can I get there? Talking to all the sisters, getting to know them, getting to know their stories, what motivates them, why they're doing what they're doing. And that'll really kind of help you through it. Going to the coaches and asking them questions.
That's good information.
So let me ask you this, or actually, let me ask all 3 of you this. After you've been on it for a while, do you go back to your primary care physician? Do you get like new blood work done? Do you do anything for like internal medicine to show you, hey, my cholesterol's down, my high blood pressure is getting better, my diabetes, if you have it, is under control. Sooner or later, I don't have to be on diabetic medicine or insulin or anything like that. Is it a continual thing where you check with your doctor as well while you're on the program?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go check with your doctor. We have these things called bod pods that you can go do. I know for me, I've noticed that my heart rate especially has dropped because it's so much stronger now.
For me, when it comes down to it, whenever I go to the doctors, they're just like, nothing's wrong with you. Like, internally, you're healthy. You're just very heavy. You know what I mean? You just have to lose the weight. But the one thing that I can say that has changed is my asthma. I haven't reached for my asthma in the last couple of weeks, like my inhaler for the last couple of weeks. Yeah. And I've learned to control my breathing, take deep breaths while I'm walking or when I'm running, doing anything like that, to where I don't have those panic attacks to where I'm having to reach for my inhaler. That was more so like a safety. And the same thing, you don't know if it's mental or if you're actually really needing it. So now, like, after that, like, I know that I don't have to rely on my inhaler to actually breathe. like everything's starting to come like full circle now.
I think a question I want to ask all you two is, and maybe Q, you can answer this as well, is a lot of times when you're not healthy, you don't sleep well. You might sleep an hour or two, wake up, whether it's, it's just involuntary, you have a hard time getting back to sleep. Are you ladies noticing that your sleep patterns are improved since you've gone on this program?
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of piggyback off the last question into that one. I'm a huge migraine sufferer, so I would get migraines 4 times a week, I'd say. And I've been having migraines since I was probably 18 years old, and I'm 26 now. So they're super debilitating. I couldn't work on them. I'd have to be in a dark room. I would miss social events. It was awful. And ever since starting this sisterhood, I've also changed up, a certain few things and medications, but I haven't had a migraine in 37 days. And, that makes me sleep through the night.
Think about that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I feel like I don't have to miss workouts. I feel more energized. And I definitely notice a difference in my sleeping pattern, like you said. More so because I'm just going, and I'm not letting anything stop me. I'm pushing myself to my max, every day, whether that's with work, social, or fitness. I notice at the end of the day, I'm taxed. I didn't waste any bit of energy, so I sleep hard throughout the night, and then I wake up, and then you're just at it again. We have more of a fire, I feel like. So it definitely helps with the sleeping stuff, for sure.
I'll jump in on that, too, is we had a girl that was on insulin medication, and a lot of it, and you guys saw it, she was like, I'm no longer on this insulin medication. That was after 30 days of eating clean, right? So I tell everybody, I dropped out of Pima Community College, you know what I'm saying? And to go up against medical professionals that put them on medication and charge them and do all this stuff, and I simply say, hey, let's cut out some sugar and then start adding vegetables and stop drinking so much alcohol, and then all of a sudden they don't have to be on insulin anymore, right? So everything changes. Do you sleep better? Absolutely you sleep better, right? You always want to rest when you exert yourself. We exert ourselves every single day, so. No,
and that's true. And I think one of the worst things you can have is soda. That's just like drinking poison.
I'll put it to you like this. When somebody wants to lose weight, and this is free. This is free information. I try to tell people 15 grams of sugar and nothing more, right? So if you take this bar, for example, right, you go to the back of it and you look for the sugar amount, right? Now, obviously in this bar, it's super low, but it says 6 grams of sugar. So ideally, I would have 11 grams of sugar in my day to use, right, to spare. That's if somebody wants to lose weight. What's going to happen most of the times is somebody pops of soda. There's 45 grams of sugar in one shot, right? That's so much more. That's 3 times as much as I'm telling people to do it in a day. So that's a huge one, is taking sugar and dropping it as low as you can. It'll change your life 100%.
Now, can you also talk to us about the other end, the diet soda, because that's not good for you either.
What I think is happening there is when you put diet soda, fake sugar or real sugar, I don't think that the body can process what kind of sugar that is. It tastes sweet, so it immediately releases insulin, right, to be able to fight that off, right? So what's going to happen is you create fat stores in that time. So what I'm thinking is, we just got to get back to what's whole and healthy, right? A water, a tea with no sugar, anything that is going to be whole, that's what we should be drinking often, right? This beer right here, somebody ordered me this beer. I'm not going to drink it, but shout out to Tyler. But yeah, that's the thing is just getting back to drinks that don't have sugar in them. So coffee, no sugar. No sugar. That's it.
And a lot of times, I know you know this, Brittany, from being on the fitness shows, is even coffee, people are like, oh, I got to have a cream in it. Well, it's not just cream, it's French vanilla or hazelnut. Oh, yeah. And if you read I had to take, you heard about my situation when my blood sugar was 800 the middle of January, and I almost died. I went to the hospital. I'm still on insulin like once a day, and it's the morning long-acting insulin. But I've dropped 16 pounds already, and I don't have to take the quick fix, so to speak.
Right.
But I learned how to read labels. That was the biggest thing that the dietitian told me is read the labels, look for sugars, look for wasted carbs. You know, your vegetables are good carbs. They're going to break down into carbs, but they're not, they're not the candy bars, the potato chips, the bread, that type of thing.
You know how you truly change your life? Stop eating things with labels. If it doesn't have a label on it, like what's in chicken, what's in something with a label on it, you got to read the fine print. It gets small on you. The best way to change is just to take 85% of your nutrition and make it something that doesn't have a label on it, and then repeat that until the day you die. Changes everything.
Exactly. So, are you guys coming up to the end of this challenge? Are you in the middle? Are you just started? Talk to us a little bit about the progression of this.
Right now we're in month 2, right? January, February, middle of month 2, and this goes all the way till April. So it's a 4-month-long challenge, and so now we're in the meaty part of it. The beginning was hard. You get in the middle, and then the end is where you just go all out. So it's 4 months long, and it's a lot of effort for sure.
Now, Q, I want to ask you this: is there a plateau? I mean, anytime anybody works out, whether you're bodybuilding or getting into fitness, there's always a plateau with your body.
Yeah.
Since this is like, what do you say, a 3-month challenge or something, or 4-month challenge? Is there any plateau there, or is it because it's a shorter time version that you don't have to deal with that?
The plateau comes, and it comes every single time, right? But it's like we're designed to get through that, right? We go through things like steps, right? We learned 2 + 2 = 4 until that was just like we knew that it was the back of our hand. So then we had to get challenged, like what's 2 × 2? What's 2 × 4? Then all of a sudden there's just like no ceiling to how much we can learn. And that's the same about your body, right? Let's say you start off on a diet and you lose the first 20 pounds and then it stops. All you have to do is just figure out how to tweak your diet a little bit more. Maybe instead of running for distance, maybe I'm now doing sprints. Maybe instead of just going heavy, maybe I'm doing lighter weight, more reps, right? So you just have to finesse the system, and the system is you, right? And you just have to consult with a professional, and in a moment they can say, hey, maybe you should change up this one thing, and it starts to change everything. So, but the best way to combat that is to always have a goal. She's a great example of this, right? Like, in the time that I've known her, she's run marathons, she's done bodybuilding competitions, she's done jiu-jitsu, right? She's tried to get stronger, she's done all kinds of things, right?
Sisterhood?
Yeah, the sisterhood. So it's like, you just have to continuously challenge yourself. And when you challenge yourself to those types of things, the protocol is to be fit. So you have no choice but to be fit.
That's great. Did you have anything to add before we change up groups?
No, just thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
thank
sharing
you.
your story.
Before you go,
I'm
though,
very
I do
proud
want to
of
give
y'all.
you a chance. Your stories were amazing, very heartwarming, very informative, and our viewers out there, this is a program that obviously works. You have 3 ladies right here that are living proof of that. So if you guys want to shout out to anybody there, thank anybody maybe out in internet land, here's your chance now.
Happy birthday to my baby. She's 4 today.
Of course, thank you to Q, who's been our trainer for a very long time.
I would say thank you to my boyfriend who bought me this for Christmas. That was my big Christmas present. He paid for my registration, so motivating me every day and doing burpees with me too.
Well, that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, mine would be my husband. I paid half, he paid the rest of it, and my gift back to him is he's now doing the brotherhood. So we're both in it together now.
That's so good. Thank you very much, ladies, very much for coming up on the show. Share this also with your friends on their Facebook, on your Facebook. All right, so while we're changing up here, let's get back to the sponsors here. New Stitch Embroidery at 3114 South 6th Avenue. They do our shirts. They do silkscreen. They do embroidery. They have a machine, that color inkjet machine that does clothing. So if you guys have ever gone to a silkscreen place and you have a very, very colorful pattern or logo or something, you know that each color on there you have to pay extra money for because they have to build another screen. This new inkjet machine, it doesn't matter if you have one color or 5 colors or more, you're going to be able to have it at the same price. So thank you, New Stitch Embroidery, 3114 South 12th Avenue, just north of Pueblo High School. Chiba Hut. This place is great. I love Chiba Hut. In fact, I had a good salad there today.
Love
they have
Chiba Hut.
arugula lettuce. No croutons. They had tomatoes, cucumbers. Really, really good. Their sandwiches are actually good. They're toasted. Their slogan is, "Nothing's fried here except for the occasional customer." And if you ever
Get
go
the
there,
humble
you'll see it.
extra chicken. Wow.
That's right. So Chiba Hut at 1840 6th Street, right across the street from the beach volleyball pits at the U of A, just down the street from the stadium. Platinum Fitness, 3 locations, Ina and Oracle, 5800 East Speedway, and Golf Links in Harrison. The 5800 block of East Speedway is a 24-hour location, so if you're a nurse or you work odd hours and you need to work out not at a conventional time of the day, that is also open for your fitness needs. Thank you, Platinum Fitness. First Heritage Realty, the A to B team with Brittany Palma here. Brittany is the best in town in Marana and Oro Valley, Tucson, Sarita, Vale. Anything you need, whether it's a single-family home, a townhouse, a condo, horse property, any type of property, definitely check her out at the A to B team, and that's the letter A, the number 2, bteam.com, or you can get a hold of her on the phone at 270-7958 if you're in the 520 area code. And Brittany, why don't you go ahead and say something a little bit about the business?
The industry is great right now. It's a great time to buy. Interest rates are low. Homes, there's some beautiful homes coming up, new builds. I just closed 2 new builds this month. So if you're looking to move, whether you're curious about if you can even apply to qualify, or if you're experienced and you're looking to either grow your family or downsize, I am here to answer any of your questions, and I'd love the opportunity to work for you.
Thank you very much. Oasis Air Conditioning and Heating, serving Green Valley, Sarita, and the Tucson metro area. Right now it's kind of cool, especially for people that are native here. They're all freezing. I mean, you know how Arizonans are. It gets below 80 and they put a coat on. So, but just remember, in a few months it's going to be blazing hot. So kind of think ahead of time, be proactive, and get that air conditioner tuned up. If you're having issues with your heater, they can also help you out. Call David Marietta at 520-648-1755. And Jim Miller State Farm, he's up in the Continental Ranch area at Silverbell and Wade. You'll see a red VW outside of his office. His quote is, "Come bug me for a quote." He's got auto insurance, life insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance. He's a one-stop shop. So definitely check out Jim Miller at mymaranaagent.com. mymaranaagent.com, and we'll finish up with the sponsors after we talk to these ladies. How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's my honor to have you on my show. So this is all about you guys tonight, and I'm really, really happy that you're on. So let's start with you. And let's start with you. Give us your name and where are you going to school. No, that's usually for the kids show. But give us your name. What got you into the Sisterhood Challenge, and what do you do for work?
My name is Priscilla Tovar. I got into the Sisterhood, one, because I've known Q basically my whole life. And then also once I kind of saw him do like the first year of the program, it was kind of his trial year, and I had moved that year. And then the following year I was like, I'm back. I'm ready to try it. I haven't regretted it once. This is probably my 4th Sisterhood now, but that includes pre-Sisterhood. So I really enjoy it. For me, I feel like it holds me accountable, and it gets me right going for the rest of the year. And then I actually have a small business inside of SWAT Fitness where I do facials, lashes, and waxing. So it's volume, skin, and lash. If you want to get a hold of me, that's 520-904-5890.
I'll have to get you on the board here for advertising.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Gabby Copeland. This is my first Sisterhood, and I got into it because my friend went to an info meeting and essentially told me that I was signing up for it. So then I went to an info meeting and I was like, of course, I'm going to sign up for this. And then it's been great ever since then. And then for work, I'm a case manager for a home health company.
Great. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Heather Centers. I did my first sisterhood in 2016 after needing a change in health. I had some medical issues that I needed to get taken care of, and the sisterhood did that for me. For work, I actually sell hemp-derived CBD. So if you're looking for pure CBD, my phone number is 520-461-5163.
Okay, so now that we're done with the commercials, how do you guys feel from day one where you're probably dragging, you're like, oh my God, this is probably harder than I thought, and maybe thoughts of in your head is just like, I don't know if I can do this, to the point you are now?
Day one, I honestly don't even remember the first workout. I was pretty sure I blacked out for it, but I know I didn't. It was great, actually. The first day was really rough, but then as the week went on, it didn't get easier. It got harder, but in a good way. And the nutrition, everything just was really smooth sailing. And then everybody at SWAT Fitness is like there for you and motivating you. So it's been great the entire time. There hasn't really been any dips in anything because everybody is always there for you, like pushing you, motivating you, and all the other sisters created this incredible community of just openness. And yeah, it's been great.
Anyone else?
Day one, I think just because I've done this a few times, it's kind of getting right back into the swing of things. The first week is a little bit hard because you still want to eat a cookie and ice cream and tell yourself no. So I'd have to say that's pretty much it.
So do you have a routine then that you do since you're another vet in the sisterhood to where you food prep or prepare? Because I know personally that you're a mom.
Yeah.
So how does that fit in with the home style as well and routines there?
I typically try to make a couple meals on Monday or Sunday, so then I'm kind of set for the next few days. Dinner's the one thing that I love to cook dinner. I like a warm meal. It's the one meal I don't have to heat up. So that's kind of how I create the balance. I will say with my daughter, she's been introduced to a lot of foods and new things. She does not like spinach. I can sneak it in a smoothie, and that works out for her. And it's something she wants every day. So I'd have to say for a daily routine, it works out for her and I, because she gets her little bit, and then I get mine, of course.
So you're one of those moms. Oh, I'll be
yes,
sneaky.
Yeah, you got to be sneaky because they are too.
Good stuff. Okay. What is the best message that you can send out to our viewers to join the sisterhood, to get a life transformation, to get healthy, to feel better, to sleep better, to look better?
So the sisterhood truly is a life change if you embrace it. Like I said before, I'm a 3-time veteran. When I did my very first sisterhood, I couldn't hold a plank for 30 seconds. And I literally broke down in front of one of the trainers at the gym, and she was like, you didn't do it this time, but you keep doing it and you keep trying, and eventually you will get there. And that's why I did the sisterhood 3 times. I was, needing to get to a point where I could continue to do it, and I can still continue to do the things I want to do now, like hiking up Tumamoc or in Sabino Canyon, anything like that. I know that I can do it because this challenge helped give me the confidence to be able to do that.
Let me ask you this. Tumamoc just got repaved. How is it? How's the new?
I honestly haven't been up there yet.
It's so nice. I went there Monday night with a group of ladies. It was beautiful. I was like, wow. Q used to have me do mountain climbers up it when it was all messed up.
Sure.
Because I did the sisterhood in 2016, and I can attest to that. I ended up losing or converting 33 pounds of fat, and completely changed my life, my children, what we eat in the mornings, just everything about our life has changed. So, but yeah, Tumamoc was awesome.
Nice. Let me ask you this, and you as well, Brittany, and Q as well. You were on the jiu-jitsu show. You've been on 2 fitness shows where we had ladies up here with like zero body fat and just, muscles rippling and everything like that. And even they had a cheat day where they could have pizza or ice cream. Is that something that you allow, a cheat day?
To be honest, I don't need a cheat day. I eat healthy and I enjoy it. Do I have a meal that maybe people would be like, oh, that's a bad meal? If I want Halo ice cream, if I want ice cream, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to eat in moderation. But really, you get so used to it. So when I eat bad, like quote-unquote bad things, like if I ate an entire pizza, I would probably throw up. My body doesn't take that anymore. It's literally a lifestyle. Okay. But I choose food that we like. We enjoy it. And it tastes good. I know Priscilla cooks really well, so when I see her meals, I'm like, that looks fantastic. Can you agree?
Yeah, I usually have like a cheat meal or like a cheat day. I really like burgers, right? So like throughout the week, I might have a burger with lettuce, but like when I get to the weekend, that bun is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like French fries are everything in that moment, right? But we're talking about 6 really, really, really good days to like one.
Sure.
And my one cheat day is better than most people's regular days, Sure. I'm still not having sugar in a lot of it, right? Like if I'm going to have alcohol, I'm not going to drink beer. I'm going to have tequila and water and lime, something like that. So you're always trying, but it's like that. Like when it comes my way and I want it, I'm going to have it. But most of the times, I'm good without it, so.
Let's talk a little bit about the different diets. I know maybe not so much now, but 6 months ago, this keto thing was just crazy. It was like, oh, I lost like 15 pounds in a week, For one, it's unhealthy because it's unhealthy for your heart. Being in the medical field that I was in, I mean, that's a shock to your heart. And you can get into an unnormal rhythm. You can start throwing PVCs. You can just do a lot of crazy stuff to your heart that's not healthy. Plus, that diet you cannot sustain. Your body needs carbs. It doesn't need candy and popcorn and stuff like that, but it needs vegetables, and you got to eat something more than meat. Keto diet also, they have a hard time with people getting gout because it's just an overload of protein. Right. You want to comment on that a little bit?
So you just have 2 energy sources, right? You've got carbs and you've got fat, right? That's what your body uses to produce energy. What I believe is that fat is going to be a slow burning energy and carbs is going to be a fast burning energy. So if you want to be running and doing marathons and slow burn or something like that, then okay, maybe. But if you're going to be performance like these football players that you get and stuff like that, those quick outbursts, we need those carbs and we need those fats for everything, right? For the average person that is just going to work, to punch papers or to do anything, they don't need to totally flip their life towards keto. They need to just be responsible with the foods that they have in front of them, right? So when somebody says, I've lost 15 pounds from keto, I say, okay, is that because you stopped eating carbs and started eating a lot of fat? Or is it because you stopped eating sugar and stopped eating like an idiot?
Right. No, and that's what I want to hear, and that's what I want the people to hear.
Was it keto, or was it you giving a damn? That's the question. So, is it bad for you? Is it all this? I don't even look at it as any of that stuff. I just say, hey, it's not the diet. It's that you're giving a damn. That's all.
Okay, great. Did you have a question for the ladies?
No, I did want to ask Shay, I wanted to ask you a question as a coach, just to kind of give and as a sisterhood vet, like what would you say to ladies to just kind of start? I feel like a constant issue that always comes to mind are people are intimidated or scared or not getting their foot in the door. For me, it took another lady, Kate, introducing me to Q, and I didn't want to do anything for myself as a single mom. I was scared. I owned the title of mother, and that title, it was, you don't sacrifice any time from your kids for yourself. And so it was that was a big wall to jump over for me. And that's how I was able to continue to keep going, because Q and a lot of other people in the sisterhood taught me that it's okay to take time for yourself. I wanted the perception from Shay of what you can let ladies know on your drive of going forward, and just like maybe your information for them to be able to reach out to you, to be able to ask questions and maybe get a little more courage to join us, the Sisterhood, the next time it comes up.
The funny thing is, I started because of you. And it was just making a decision.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. It was just making a decision that I wanted to change. And then sticking with that decision and then pushing forward through that decision. I mean, the thing, it is a sisterhood, but then we have those weekly challenges. And a challenge is supposed to challenge you. It's not supposed to be easy. So anything that I had to do, I knew that it was going to be a challenge because I was coming from doing nothing. I literally was just doing Zumba. I didn't like running. I hated running. I didn't know anything about lifting. So the Sisterhood taught me all of that. I lost, was it 22 pounds? I lost 22 pounds. I gained, overall, from January to December, it was 22 pounds, and I gained 14 pounds of muscle. And I got down to, the lowest I got down to was 9% body fat. But me personally, I didn't like the way my body looked at that, and that's an important thing when you're doing the Sisterhood, is you're not supposed to look at other people and see what their body looks like. It's what your body is.
Right.
And I know, and I don't know, I like having a little bit of a jiggle, if that makes sense. So I'm like...
Nothing wrong with that.
So now I'm at 16% body fat, and I'm okay with that. But that's just the thing. It's finding what works for you. It's not looking at somebody else and trying to beat somebody else. It's just beating your old self. Because I look at my previous pictures. I look at my previous pictures and I tell myself, I cannot get back to who that person was. And
we're showing this on the air. So just the infamous before and after picture.
_ Shay, and that's SHAY, then underscore, and Shay's backwards, so it's YAHS. And it's on Instagram. It is.
Unless you have a mirror, right?
It's like a mirror. It is like a mirror. But yeah. And one thing that I was thinking about the other day as far as the Sisterhood is a jump off. And a lot of girls come into it and they want it to be catered to what they want. They don't realize that there's all these different body types. There's all these different women. There's from different walks of life. But if you come in and you do the challenges, you understand the nutrition that works for you, then by the time the 4 months is over, then you know what to do to continue on. I started in 2017. I'm still going. So it's possible for anybody to start and keep going.
Well, let me ask you this. It's a 4-month thing. What happens at the end of 4 months? I mean, do you just re-up, or is there a break, or?
So honestly, we try to give you as much education as possible in those 4 months to be able to do it wherever you're at, right? At some point, people are going to outgrow SWAT Fitness and outgrow the program. So we want to give them the education to be able to do it wherever they're at, or they just sign up for the gym. That's oftentimes what happens, right? The science behind the Sisterhood and a business structure is to create a place for people to finally find that comfort, to finally find a program that they like and a place that they can stick around. And then when the Sisterhood ends, the idea is hopefully they sign up and stay with us from 2017 to 18 and 19, and then maybe even become a coach one day, All
right, great. So before we wrap this up, I have one more question for you, and then like the other group, we're actually going to give you a chance to shout out, to maybe thank some of the people that have supported you or helped you or gone through this with you. But let me ask you this. Give me a high and a low. How did you feel on a scale from 1 to 10? How did you feel when you first started to how you feel now? 1 being low, 10 being high, obviously.
So you want... I'm sorry, say that again?
When you first started, I'm assuming you're a 1 or a 2. How do you feel now on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, I'm at least an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
I have, days that I don't do anything, which is horrible. And I have days where I know that I can hike, again, 7 Falls or some, distance hike that I wasn't able or would not have been able to do prior to the Sisterhood.
That's terrific. Thank you.
Yeah, probably when I started out, I was probably like a -2. And then I would say now I'm probably at like, confidence-wise, I feel like I'm at like an 8. I know that there's a lot of things I still can't do physically, but I'm at least going to try. And that's all that really matters. So,
and you're staying within yourself. I don't think that you're giving yourself an unrealistic goal. You're not going to go out and run a marathon when you haven't prepared for it, you know.
No. No. But I might try that soon. Maybe.
Exactly. It's all about realistic goals, I imagine.
Yeah.
I would have to say I'm probably like a 9 or a 10, and the only reason I say that is because I'd have to say like confidence within myself, confidence within me being a mom, confidence within me working, and I sit most of the day, you know, I have to sit for long hours, and so being able to have a place and a program that allows me to get off my feet and moving, and not only that, but inspires my kid and other people to want to do it, I mean, how can you not feel like a 10 there?
That's a good point.
I would say I'm at same 9 or 10. Even though I'm active in the jiu-jitsu world and compete, when I started the Sisterhood, it's a whole different level of competition with myself, of waking up early, making sure I'm stretching, making sure I'm doing the food prep, and it just accelerates into my business and into my friendships and into my love life, all of that. It's an amazing feeling when you hit the Sisterhood.
That's great. Q, you want to tell us a little about the other side, the guys, because we definitely want to have them on the show. Maybe after we get all the March Madness stuff done in the first part of March.
Man, if we can do this with ladies, the damage that we'll do with men is off the charts, right? Ever since you even stepped on the playground, you understood that men can burn fat better than women, right? Like, that's just, you know, and I'm just going to prove to people that they were correct all these years, you know? So these guys are going to roll with me for 3 months. They start on February 15th. That's this Friday. We take them through the same type of stuff as the Sisterhood. We take their measurements. We take their pictures. We tell them where they're at right now. This is your current state. Here's your goal, and let's get there. The way we're going to get there is nutrition and exercise. We're not talking supplements. We're not talking no games, no gimmicks. True nutrition and true exercise. So for those brothers, it's $300. That's a one-time payment. You get access to the gym for 3 months and the whole program, you know. So we've just been around. SWAT Fitness has been around for over 25 years. It's a lot of bodies. There's a lot of bodies that have gone through, and it's all been on this same type of program. So,
all right. Okay, ladies. Thank you, but you can do the shout-out now to anybody out there that you want to. And
I'm going to give a shout out to my mom because honestly, if she didn't help me with my daughter, I probably wouldn't be able to do this. And then everybody that's at SWAT too. I mean, I've created a community where I have friends who I'm like, hey, can you help me here? Or you can do this. Like 1 year, Brittany had to go sell a house and I ran 4 miles with her kids because I was helping her babysit and I had a challenge to finish. So
great.
That's where my shout out goes.
I would shout out my friend Vanessa because she is the one who talked me into doing this. And then probably my sister, who's my support system at home, and make sure like I do all my meal prep and all that stuff. And then, yeah, I think the same thing, like everybody at SWAT is incredible and so supportive that you can't not shout them out. They're all amazing.
Terrific. Thank you.
Yeah, I would have to agree with the other ladies. Having a support system at home of, you know, a sister, a grandma, a mom, somebody who can help you, keep you on track with that meal prep. If you've got children, maybe they're watching, you know, doing an extra hour of babysitting while you go and do that challenge that you need to get done. And then the coaches at SWAT, past and present, have all been fantastic with support and encouragement and helping you push yourself to get where you want to go.
For sure.
Well, thank you guys very much. Like I said, it was my honor to have you in here, and just the stories are so, they're heartwarming, they're real, and that's the biggest thing, is they're all real. These are life experiences that they had before they started the program, during the program, and now, you know, like you've done multiple ones. The progress that you can see from point A to Z is incredible, and I want to thank you, Q, for allowing us to have you guys here, have your ladies here, And
The honor is ours, man. The pleasure is ours. This is fun.
we'll get the guys on probably next month. February's kind of filled up, but we're going to get the guys on next month. Most likely back here, but we do have other locations. Whatever is going to work out for you guys.
We take part of the SWAT Fitness.
There you go.
Take you through a workout.
I know, but I'm going to get hate mail from Platinum Fitness tomorrow, I'm sure.
Shout out to Platinum, man. I like Platinum.
So, but yeah, just get yourself in a gym. That's the biggest thing, is just get yourself in a gym. Thank you, Brittany, as always. Always thank you for your sponsorship, but also thank you for helping me. And I was kind of just playing off you today because, you're the expert here, and I want to thank you for being my co-host.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you for having me here, Bill.
All right. Okay, so real quick, we just got to go through the rest of our sponsors. Teller Trophy, I was there actually today, and I will be presenting the 1,000-point trophy to Alyssa Brown of Saguaro High School. She scored 1,000 points in her career, and
Congratulations.
she's only a sophomore.
Wow. Impressive. Yeah. Keep going.
And so that's at 6th Street and 6th Avenue. There's another one on the east side at 22nd, just east of Craycroft on the north side of the street. Teller Trophy, Tucson's oldest trophy company. Anytime you need trophies, awards, recognition, pieces, certificates, that type of thing, always go to Teller Trophy. You can go to tellertrophy.com. Simply Noted LLC with Ricky Elmore, mixed modern marketing technologies with an old school personal touch. Get a hold of them at simplynotedllc.com. That's simplynotedllc.com. Tucson Speedway at just south of the fairgrounds on South Houghton Road, south of the 10 freeway. They'll be starting up their racing season the first part of March. We're going to have another NASCAR show before the first race over at Wings Over Broadway, so you'll definitely keep your eye on the Facebook page. We'll give you all the details on that. And thank you, Tucson Speedway. Arizona Lending Specialist with Mo the Mortgage Lady. Get a hold of her at 520-510-6698. Mo, we love you because she also does the calligraphy for our Player of the Game certificates that we give out to football, basketball, softball, and some of the other high school sports. So thank you very much. Last and certainly not least, Catalina Auto Recycling. Why buy new when used will do? I've got probably 4 or 5 pieces on my vehicle that I got at Catalina Auto Recycling. Saved a grip of money, and they're just as good as new parts because they're not going to buy a used part or a used piece that is not going to be beneficial towards you. So definitely check them out, Catalina Auto Recycling on Cindrich Road, which is a continuation of Irvington off of Palo Verde past the Tucson Electric Power Plant. You're going to go through a couple of curves, but you'll come out on Cindrich and you'll see Catalina Auto Recycling. Thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Thank you, the ladies, for the Sisterhood Challenge. And we're going to get the Brotherhood Challenge on probably sometime in March. So appreciate all the love and support that you guys gave us in our little bit of a hiccup here with our technology. And thank you very much. Thank you, Pueblo High School. And also the Pueblo High School girls basketball team next Wednesday. This will be the 3rd time that they're going to be on the show. These girls rock. I mean, they press you from the opening tip till you're just dog tired, and they're still going to press you. So good luck to Pueblo in their state playoff run. They were runners-up last year, lost in the final game, but it was very competitive. And so hopefully they can take it one step further and bring home the trophy, get the rings for the girls. And we definitely applaud their efforts throughout the season. Thank you, Troy, for running the new soundboard. I know it was kind of a quick training session, but you did a great job. So David will be back with us next week. So for Bill McCullough, 520 Sports Talk, Tucson Sports with a twist, and it's a wrap.